Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing this evening? Okay, so let me just tell you before we get into this, because this part is just going to be a few minutes. This is going to be the world's weirdest vlog, okay? It's not going to make any sense to you whatsoever. And my battery is dying as I'm sitting here talking. I cannot believe this. And I'm really, really sorry, you guys. But let me tell you what happened, okay? So, I filmed... this is the second time this has happened to me today. The second time, okay? I filmed 40 minutes, which I will talk about at the end of the vlog. I filmed 40 minutes of the vlog in the kitchen tonight, going through all of my P.O. Box stuff. I'll explain it in detail later. And I deleted it, okay? Because I sat down to film another video, forgot that I had... Anyway, I'll explain. You'll see later I explain it. But then, tonight... I pulled over. I can't believe I did this again. I had vlogged for like a half an hour. It was coming up on a half an hour. And then I explained my whole day, me taking my car to go get looked at, everything, okay? I couldn't get it into the service shop. I ended up having to go to AutoZone. It was just like my whole day was just like a mess of like, I mean, I literally, when I talk about starting your day over, I had to start my day over today, like literally. I honestly cannot believe this just happened. I mean, do you ever have one of those days where you're like, oh my God, I should just not have got out of bed today? Like, the entire day was just a SHI Toot show. Just the entire day. The battery just died. And I had to run inside and get another battery. And this is the third and final battery. So, you know how I say in my video, you have to start your day over, like you can start your day over whenever you want? I literally had to start my day over today, like 5 or 6 times. I exaggerated on Twitter and I said 15, but it felt like 15. But I literally, like 5 or 6 times. I mean, it was... So, I'm just going to give you guys a quick version because it's very late now. What just happened was, I was uploading my vlog so I could render it for the evening. I spoke for like... or I vlogged for like almost 30 minutes at the beginning of the vlog, okay? I went and mailed a bill to my HOA while I was talking to everybody, and then I talked about everything that I did during the day. And then I got up and I did this, and then I had like Starbucks was a mess because I had to wait in line forever, and this girl was honking at me, and so anyway. And then I couldn't get my car into the dealership, and the guy was just really, really rude to me on the phone. Like, really rude. There's a bug crawling on my leg right now. I just, like, literally, this day cannot get any, just worse. So, anyway, I just am like, God, thank God it's, like, basically the time for everybody else to get up, because it's time for me to go to bed and just end this day. I mean, I did have some good moments today, and I worked very, very hard, and I got a lot of videos up today. And I listened to my audiobook, but not a whole lot, and I didn't really get a rest until later, and I tried to lay down. I said this in my other vlog, but I tried to lay down and take a nap tonight, like for an hour, because I only last night, I like got done vlogging. My throat is sore because I've been talking so much today. It's just oh my God. So last night, I couldn't sleep, okay, after I'd, you know, taken like a couple hour nap. And so I watched an episode and a half of 13 Reasons Why, and then I couldn't fall asleep. I had to get up to go take my car into the dealer or get it fixed because I didn't know if I could drive around on it. And I knew I was going to have to do that in the morning. When your life is just like you have lost at this point. So I got up, and then, you know, Boo Radley's eating fine now. I'm giving you the real short version of what took a half an hour before. I'm like snorting now. I'm like laughing so hard. It's just ridiculous. It's just literally been like, you know, like if you look on your horoscope and it says you're lucky, you're unlucky and lucky days. Like, I know today was like my unluckiest day of the year. It was like anything that could go wrong did. So, I mean, not really. It was nothing serious. It was all just manageable, stupid stuff. But it was just like, I woke up this morning, I was like in such a great mood, and poor Tucker, his stomach was just it was in knots. I mean, I could literally hear it, and it was, you know, the run central this morning with Tucker. And then this girl at Starbucks, probably 19, 20, she's laying on her horn. I mean, like literally, because I let some people go in because I was trying to be a good person, you know? And so I'm trying to let these people come in because there's 2 lines merging. I never go to Starbucks at that time of day. And it was absolutely jam-packed. And so I'm trying to let people in because I'm not in any kind of hurry, you know? And she's like, and I'm like, oh my God, seriously? So it just was a lot. And but I did get a free coffee. Somebody bought my coffee, so I bought her coffee for her. And the woman at the, I didn't know this woman because it's a different crew in the morning. And I'm not saying this to pat my back because it wasn't one of those moments. Because I said, oh, well, since somebody bought my coffee, I'll buy her coffee. And she goes, well, you don't have to do that. I always try to do that because it's like that pay it forward thing. I don't want to be the one person that doesn't buy the coffee and ends it all, you know? And so I said, oh, no. I said, she was out there honking her horn at me. She's so bitter and rude this morning. I said, maybe it'll cheer her up a little bit. And she goes, and that woman that worked there, she was like, I wondered who was honking out there. My God. She was like laying on her horn because I was letting people through. If you're in that big of a hurry, maybe you need to skip your Starbucks, is my 2 cents to that. But so then I got a hold of the dealership, and the guy was so incredibly rude to me, which let me just tell you, this plays in later in the story, because what you're going to find out is that my husband came home today with a 4-door Jeep Wrangler from the same dealership that I bought this car at, and they were rude as sin to me on the phone today. And I'm like, had I known that, we would have maybe gone somewhere else. But he got a great deal, and I talk about that later in the vlog. And the reason I know that, okay, is because I vlogged for almost 30 minutes, and then I had to change my battery. And I pulled over to change my battery because every time that, like, I'm done with a video, I go in and and it says I go in and I just erase all the images. I do this every time I upload a video. And I don't know if it's just because I made so many videos today that I'm like, erase, or I'm just like, you know, in that mode or whatever. I did not even realize it until I got home to render the vlog. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, there's only 4 pieces here to put together. And the first one is what you're gonna see in just a second. And I was like, where's the first part before the battery dies? And I'm talking about my day, and then it goes in talking about how I need a pair of black Birkenstocks because it doesn't matter, but like these are ripped. Do you see? Is that where the rip is? Yeah, you can see they're ripped. And they're coming through like the soles right here. They're like really bad. I don't want to push it through because it'll go through. But I like my new Birkenstocks I got, but I need a black pair because I wear, you know, a lot of black and dark colors in the summer. And the gray pair that I got, they're not dark enough. So I was talking about that, which those are just like, that's stupid issues. Like that's whatever. But, so this guy at the car dealership was just super rude to me. And I was like, I just need to find out what this light is. Can I drop my car? Oh no, you can't drop your car. Like, you need an appointment for that, and we're not letting anybody wait with their cars. And I had no clue. I was like, oh, okay. Well, like, I didn't know that, right? And he's like, well, you know, like, said something about, I don't know. But like, I was like, well, how would I have known that? Like, I didn't know that. I'm sorry. And I said, well, is there any way that like I could just bring it there and wait outside and like somebody could just hook the thing up? Because I know it only takes 5 minutes. He's like, no, you have to drop your car off in the morning and then come and pick it up and like towards the end of the afternoon. You have to leave your car here all day long. I said to run diagnostics on it, that takes like 5 or 10 minutes, if even that. And he goes, he was like, are you questioning me or something like that? And I go, well, no, and I'm just saying, like, it's something that takes 5 minutes. Like, if you then have to fix the car, like, I understand having it for the whole day, you know. And I said, but do you guys have any openings? He goes, oh, I couldn't possibly get you in until Friday or Monday. And he goes, did you even buy your car at this dealership? And I was like, what? Like, I could not believe how incredibly rude I was spoken to. I mean, absolutely incredibly rude. So I said, you can't get me until Friday or Monday. And I was very nice. And I said, you can't get me until Friday or Monday. He was like, nope, late Friday. And I said, late. And so this is what I said. I said, late Friday, but I thought I had to drop my car off early in the morning. And he just like paused and he goes, Monday. And I go, well, I can't be without a car for an entire week. Like, what am I supposed to do? Just sit in my driveway? And he goes, well, that's the earliest I can get you. And I go, okay, well, let me call you back. Because my sponsor, I don't know if I talk about this later or not, but my sponsor, she's real into cars. And she has a mechanic that specifically works on her cars because she has like, she has sports cars. So she's like a couple of them. And she's really into sports cars. She goes and watches all the races, and she's got this great mechanics. So I was like, well, maybe he can look at my car, but I couldn't get a hold of her. And so Tanya had told me to take my car to AutoZone. Okay, now I have had amazing experience with AutoZone in the past. I swore I was just going to come out here and talk for a minute and then upload the rest of the vlog, but I'm just going to, whatever. I wanted to go to bed early tonight. So anyway, it doesn't matter, but I've always had great experience with AutoZone. This guy, I don't even remember what the issue was. People probably remember, I probably said something about it on my vlog, but it was something that I had to get changed. It was something to do with like a rear light bulb or something. It was setting something off in my car. It may have been my old car. And this guy came out, it just got really windy. This guy came out in the middle of winter and, like, in the snow with no gloves on, this older guy, and like, I mean, like retirement age, and like did this whole thing for my car, and then like it was like $3, and I go, well, let me pay you for doing it. And he goes, oh no, we don't charge for that. And I said, well, can I tip you or something, or a gift card? He goes, no, just write a good review, which I did. But so anyway, they were so nice, and they basically get this woman. There was this woman and this guy that was like probably 10 years older than me working in there. That's in there quite a bit when I go in there to get stuff, like, you know, to clean the car and stuff. And so she was like, oh, well, you need a diagnostic thing. And I said, yeah, but I don't know what I'm doing. So can you explain it to me? She's like, oh, sweetie, it's real easy. She goes, it's underneath your dash, and you just hook it in there. And I'm thinking, oh yeah, easy for me. I'm a total idiot, right? She goes, and then when it says done, she goes, she's like, just turn your engine. I go, well, I have like a push button. She goes, well, just start your car then. And she goes, and when it says done, just bring it back in here and we'll read it for you. She goes, we can't fix anything. She goes, but we can tell you what the diagnostics would be on the same, you know, thing. So I said, okay. So I take it in there, and then the guy helped me, and he's helped me a lot in the past find like different stuff, you know, that I needed for my cars. And he's been there for probably 15 years. I mean, he like knows everything. I think he used to be a mechanic or something like that. He told me one time. So anyway, he like read the thing, and he said, it's your gas cap. And I said, what? And he goes, it's reading that it's your gas cap. And I said, but I don't have a gas cap. I just have the kind that you push in. And he goes, well, have you had any problems with it lately? And I said, yeah, actually the other night, I said I was filling my gas tank, and the other day, I don't know when it was, but anyway, I said, it was literally just a couple days ago. And I said, I had the thing in there locked, you know, like, so you can walk away, you don't have to, like, hold it. And I said, and the lock didn't work, and so when the tank was full, it just kept on, like, gas kept on coming out. Like, I had to, like, pull it away. And he goes, yep, that would do it. He goes, I've had that happen on other cars. And I go, really? And he goes, yeah. And he goes, it, like, broke some kind of, like, reliever inside. He goes, all it means is that you're letting out a little bit of gas from your tank, but it's totally safe to drive your car and whatever. And I said, are you sure? And he said, yeah, but you're going to need to get it fixed eventually. He goes, because the light won't go off until you do. And I said, okay. And I said, well, is that something that you guys can do or you could help me with? And he's like, no. He goes, you have to go through your dealership to do that. And he's like, now, if you can get the part for them, he was like, I'd be more than willing to help you with that. He was like, but he was like, do you know, like, do you ever watch YouTube videos? I go, yeah. And he goes, well, you might be able to find on YouTube. I said, no. I said, we're not going to go that route. I am not that smart. I'll just schedule an appointment and take my car in whenever I have, I guess, a day that I can just be without a car forever. So anyway, at least I know what it is. And he was like, let me check it. Like, he was like, really? So I felt good about that. And, you know, and I hope he's right. If not, then I guess I'll have to find out when I take my car in. But I didn't call back to schedule an appointment because I was like, I need to breathe today, okay? And I cannot call back and talk to that same guy in the service department. And who knows, maybe he was having a bad day too, you know? So then I went over to Tanya's. I was gonna get an oil change, but like, it just, every place was just like packed, and I was like, okay, this is just too much. So I went over to Tanya's. I'd already got my Starbucks at that point, right? And so I sat on her patio in her kennel, and we sat outside, and we did the daily meditation today. We read the Book of Positive Quotations by Linda Picone, and we sat there and talked. It was so nice today in Indianapolis. It was beautiful. And then from there, I went to Starbucks, and my gut told me to go to this one real close to Tanya's house, but I was like, oh no, I want to go to this other one that I like to, like, the drive-through, because I thought it would be fun for the video. But my gut told me not to. My gut told me to go to the one closest to Tanya, but I didn't listen to my gut, which I totally believe in. I don't know how much of this I've talked about on the vlog that you're going to see, so I have no clue. This may overlap some of this. So anyway, I went in and I got stuck in this one-lane construction traffic jam. I'm like, ah! And I had like this, okay, so there's like this service position, like a sobriety service position that I agreed to like months ago and totally forgot about. And we had like a brainstorming meeting today, you know, on the phone. And like, it'll be good for me that I'm doing it, but it's down the road. It's like way down the road, but we have to start it now. And I had totally forgotten that I committed to this, and I had to be home for that. And I was like, oh my God. So I'm stuck in traffic, and I'm like, if I pull back a little bit, I can get into this parking lot and then go through back roads. And so there's this car behind me, and I was like, so he was like really nice, and he let me come through. So I went through the back way, then I went to this other Starbucks. Just everything today. The dogs would not stop barking the entire day. I think they're having total separation anxiety from Alex. So anyway, it was the whole day. It was just the SHI show. So anyway, the first part of my vlog is completely missing. I don't know what it is. I don't know if I deleted it when I changed the battery. I don't know what, but here's what you get. And this is a complete mess. So enjoy this beautiful mess. And yeah, and then tomorrow I will be back on track, hopefully, and that I won't mess this up again. And then you guys can hear about the P.O. box thing, because that was, oh my God, 40 plus minutes, you guys, I filmed going through all of the P.O. box stuff just to delete all of it, the footage, by accident. But you'll hear about that later, because I talk about that later. So anyway, I'm going to go and upload this, and then the part that's going into it is something about Birkenstocks. I don't know, I start talking about my black Birkenstocks. I don't remember what I was talking about. How I need new black Birkenstocks, because these are ripping and my feet are going through the bottoms of them. But anyway, all right, you guys, I'm going to get off here, and you can enjoy the rest of the vlog. I love you. I'll see you tomorrow. Please, please, it's one vlog a year that I screwed up on, so we will persevere, and I've started my day over, and I'm laughing about it now. So all's well that ends well, and I can go to sleep tonight. And yeah, so anyway, okay, enjoy the rest of the vlog, guys. Bye. Okay, so yeah, I have these black plastic Birkenstocks on that I got last year, and I feel like I've worn them so much that they're like rubbed through on the bottom. Yeah, they are almost, and they're ripped on the sides, which is why. But I got my new Birkenstocks, and I love the colors, but the gray, I thought they were like a really dark gray, like almost a black, and they're not. So I might have to get another black pair, because I wear the black pair like when I go to things all summer long, like, you know, out to dinner and stuff like that, although it doesn't seem like we'll be going out to dinner, you know, a lot. So anyway, what was I gonna say? But my other sandals I really like. I was gonna show them in a vlog, which we'll get to that in just a second. My disaster of vlogging earlier today. I've actually vlogged for 40 to 45 minutes already today. You wonder why you're not seeing that footage? I'll explain that to you in a second. So it's gonna be really disappointing, trust me. I feel horrible about it. But wait, let's just save that story. So what was I saying? Oh, so he was like, no, it's your gas cap thing. He was like, that's it. He was like, I read it twice, that's what it is. And I said, okay. And I said, well, is that something that you guys could help me fix? Or is that something like, he said, no. He goes, you need the parts from the dealer. They're going to have to the only way to get the light off is, he said, you're going to have to, they're going to have to go in and replace it. He goes, it's not expensive, but they have to order it through the dealership, and then they have to replace it. And I said, so somebody else couldn't do it? He goes, I mean, you could see if you can get the parts from the dealer. He goes, they're the only ones that can order it. And he said, and then see if you could do it like through a YouTube video or something. You guys, you ever watch YouTube videos? Huh? No, I'm not watching a YouTube video to put something together like that, because I would screw it up royally. But I was thinking that, like, if I could get the parts, and my sponsors, like her mechanic, could like maybe do it, you know, that I wouldn't have to wait and be gone without a car for an entire day or whatever. So it's whatever. But they were so nice and so helpful to me, and I felt a lot better after that. So then I left there and I went to Tanya's, because it was still early. like after I got all of that done, it was still real early. And I went to Tanya's and sat on her front porch at the kennel for like half an hour, 40 minutes. We just talked. We read the daily meditation out of the Daily Book of Positive Quotations, and we just kind of talked about the meditation for a little bit. It was about setting limits and boundaries with people, not being a people pleaser and things like that. We talked about that and kind of just like, Tanya liked to read, she and I like to read the meditations and kind of apply them to each other's lives, you know, and say like, well, had you ever thought about this and whatever. So we did that, and then I left there, and then I was going to Starbucks, the one close to where she lives. Well, there's two where she lives, but I was going to this one, and my gut told me to go to the other one. My gut told me to go to the other one. And I was going to this one, and I'm a big believer in your like sixth sense or your gut, you know? And I got stuck in this one lane, a traffic jam for construction, and I was like, oh my God, seriously? So, and it wasn't moving. So this car behind me was probably 20 feet behind me, and I like backed, I was like, they're like, go ahead. I like backed up and like pulled into this parking lot and like went through the back roads and got out, and then I went to the other Starbucks. And I reviewed the Love is Love drink. Go check it out on my review channel. And I also got a confetti cup, and I reviewed the confetti cup there, which we'll talk about that in just a second. So, got that, was very, very excited about that, had fun doing that. And then on the way home, I did a booktube video. And then I got home, and I had this like meeting this afternoon on the phone that I had to, it was like, it has nothing to do with any of this. It's like a recovery thing, and for like a service position thing that I do. So I had that this afternoon. I kind of honestly, like, I got the, anyway, it's like a couple of us, and I kind of completely forgotten that I agreed to the service position, which it's not a, it's like, anyway, I don't even know how to explain it without, it's like helping to do something, but it's like later in the year, but like the planning has to start now. So anyway, it doesn't matter, but I kind of completely forgot that I had to do that, or that I agreed to do it. It's good for me though, it's good for me. So anyway, I did that, and what was supposed to be like at a certain time, and then it changed at the last minute. So I sat down and I filmed a drama video, and then watered my plants outside, and front and back. It's like small things, let me just tell you, small blessings, right? So, because my neighbors are letting us use their hose, which is so nice, last year, I had to like take this gallon bucket or jug that I would like, you know, make iced tea or lemonade in, and I had to go inside to the kitchen, fill it up, bring it out to the patio, dump it in a plant, go back in. It was a mess, a trouble. And so now, because they're so nice that they let me use their hose, I'm done watering my plants in like 3 minutes or less than 5 minutes, you know? So nice. They're just so awesome. So, watered the plants, did all that kind of stuff. Where am I at? I think, which road is that? No, I don't want to go that way. I don't know where I'm at. Anyway, but I know I don't want to go there. So anyway, I was out here one night because that house is so pretty. So then I did the meeting thing that I had anyway, did that, and then I was uploading the video, and some other drama popped off. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna film this. Well, I filmed a Peterisms video right afterwards, and then I was getting all that up, and then I had put everything away, and then I was like, oh, some more drama popped off, let's film this. And I used to do that back in the day. I filmed 2 drama videos in a day, you know, like regularly. I don't do that as much anymore. I call them 2 first, but I haven't done it, you know, like, Oh, you know, maybe like once a week, maybe once every other week. I used to do it all the time. When I started, I did like 2 a day. And, I mean, I don't do things in moderation ever. So I did that, and the whole time I was texting Alex and talking to him on the phone and texting Alex and talking to him on the phone and texting Alex. I will tell you why in just a second. And got all that stuff up, got all of that done. And at that point, it was like 7:30. And on Monday nights at 8, I have my recovery literature meeting that I do with Tanya, my sponsor, and my friends, you know, at 8 o'clock. And so, like, at 7:25, I think it was like 7:25 or 7:30, I had just gotten all my stuff done. And I had wanted to go, like, the whole day, my plan was, I'm gonna go to the pool, because it was so nice today. At one point, though, I talked to my neighbors, and they said there were quite a few people up there, so I'm kind of glad I didn't make it up there. But my whole day, my plan was to go to the pool. Never once made it to the pool. Second plan all day long was that I wanted to get everything done, because I thought I would have it done by like 3 o'clock, you know? My second plan was that I was going to have everything done. I was going to go and get like picnic food, like coleslaw, potato salad, blah, blah, blah. So I'm sitting like outside on the back patio, and I'm drinking the rest of my Love is Love drink in my confetti cup. And I like literally had called Tanya, and I said, this is at like 7:25, 7:30. And I said, I so wish we did not have this meeting tonight. I said, I really need it. Like, it'll be really good for me spiritually. I said, and she's like, I'm so tired. I just got home. She's like, but yeah, like, I really need it too. And I said, I'm just like, I'm so tired. Like, have you ever been so tired? You're like, I don't even know, like, if I can keep on going. Like, tonight I was watching, I was eating my dinner, and Alex was upstairs. And so we'll, like, talk, you know, because he's in bed. We have an open loft. So, like, when I'm downstairs, I can be like, we can just be talking, like, this amount, like, of volume and hear each other, because our place is also small. So, anyway, I said to him when I was watching Family Feud, well, he had sent me this video from the cast of Schitt's Creek, and they're, like, in character, and they're doing this Zoom call, and it's for teachers. And Mariah Carey's in it too. It's really cute. They put it on their Instagram. Dan Levy has it on his Instagram if you want to see it. If you're a Schitt's Creek fan, go to Dan Levy's Instagram and watch it. It's adorable. So, and it's for all the teachers and the students for the class of 2020. So anyway, like in honor of them. So I was sitting there and I was talking to Alex. I was like done eating, and I was like so tired. And I was like, are you ever so tired that you like can't even get up to like move to go lay down? He goes, all the time. So anyway, where was I at? I started telling this story about Tanya and I thought, you know what? Some stories just don't need to be told. But anyway, anyway, I was telling Tanya, like, you know, like, yes, I need the meeting. Like, I need the meeting as far as, like, my spiritual foundation, you know, like that. But I mean, I'm doing pretty good. It's not like I needed a meeting, like, or else, you know what I mean? Like, early days of sobriety. It wasn't that. It was just, like, it was going to help me. It was going to lift me up and make me feel better, you know? So, she said, I know. She's like, but it'll be good for us. She's like, I'm really tired, too, but it'll be good for us. And I was like, yeah, you're right. So, I, get off the phone, and literally 20 seconds later, I'm like sitting here with like the phone in my hand, and I'm just like laying back in the chair. Our patio is so pretty this year. I have all the flowers out there, and like I have all these purple flowers. I need to show it on the video. I have all these purple flowers, and then you know, our blue couch out there. It just looks so nice. And Alex got the thing for the cushions. You know what? I meant to look and see when it's going to rain next, because I need to bring those cushions into that thing if it's going to rain, or put them in there if it's going to rain. I'm going to pull into this gas station up here, the Shell station, and see when it's going to rain next, because I feel like it's going to rain maybe tomorrow, and then maybe when I get home tonight, I need to put them away. But anyway, so like 20 seconds later, I'm sitting there, and I get this text, and I like look at it, and I thought it was going to be like our reminder that we were meeting in like 20 minutes or something, you know, because she always texts us, like our friend that runs it, she and her husband, like he has a Zoom thing all set up, and so he does, like, sets it up for her, and then like she runs it. And Because the rest of us are a bunch of idiots and we don't know how to do it. So anyway, no, we're not, but like, but yes, we don't know how to do all that, especially Tanya and I. And my sponsor, the three of us, like, we know how to sign on to the Zoom calls, but that's about it. So 20 seconds later, I'm laying there with my phone in my hand like this, right? And I'm like, oh, there's my notification. I got 20 minutes, and I look down. And she said, where is it? Now, just imagine how I felt when I read this text message. Just imagine. Can't you even? Hey, everyone. We are having some Wi-Fi connections, new account, hookup problems. I thought I could get it to start working, or her husband did rather, but every time we try and get on Zoom, it completely shuts off. So I'm gonna have to cancel our group tonight, or she says our group. I'm sorry about the short notice, but trying to figure it out is starting to just get more frustrating. Have a great night, and we will have it up and going definitely next week. We have somebody coming out to look at it. I called Tanya with quickness. She started laughing before she even said anything because she knew what I was going to say. I said, Tanya, there is a God. I texted, no problem, thanks for working on it. Everybody puts these little, of course we're all in like a group chat, you know. One of my least favorite things in the entire world are group chats. Is that what they're called? Group text messages. Hate it. I'm in like 15 of them. It's going to be 87 tomorrow and 80% chance of rain. Partly cloudy early, then becoming windy with the thunderstorms developing later in the day. A few storms may be severe. Okay. So tomorrow I need to take things in. Wednesday, scattered thunderstorms and windy in the morning. The sky's turning partly cloudy late. 30 is 80, sunny, high around 80. Friday, mostly sunny, 82. Saturday, 73, mostly sunny skies. And then 74, sunny. And then 78 on Monday. And then 82, sunny on Tuesday. And then 86, Wednesday. It might be a pool day for me. Sunny. And then 88. And then 89. And then 90. And then for my husband's birthday, 90 and sunny. And then 89. I can't believe it's almost our birthdays. It seems crazy to me. So, secret keeping, you'll understand that in a second. So anyway, I just need to have a sip of my drink. So I was on the phone. Okay, so yeah, so that's what happened. So then I didn't have my Zoom meeting tonight, literature readings. It's kind of like, you know how like people have their like Bible study with their girlfriends from church? It's kind of like that, but it's like a literature meeting for recovery, but it's just friends reading. So anyway, that was at about between 7:30 and 7:40, and I was waiting for Alex to get home because I was very, very excited for my husband. What is going on here? Major construction and obstacle course. Can hardly get through it. So my husband got off work today at 4:30. And he went and looked at another place for a brand new 2020 Jeep Wrangler to lease. And so we were kind of talking, like he was there and he was talking to me about the prices and what I thought and on and on and on. So he got a fantastic deal and drove home a 2020 black on black 4-door soft top Jeep Wrangler, and I am so excited for him. And It was funny because I was talking to one of my friends tonight, and she was like, but that was your dream car. And I said, you know, I said, it is, kind of. I said, I always wanted to drive one, but like Alex is like, because he said, because I said, we're a Jeep family now. And he was like, yeah, he was like, baby, he's like, you can drive it whenever you want. If you want to exchange it one day and you drive it and I'll drive this, whatever. There's no reason for it just to sit in the garage if I'm at work all day long, you know? And I said, okay. But you know, like, he took me for a ride tonight and stuff. It was real fun, and he took the top down. He's really excited about it. I'm so excited for him. But like, I got in it, and I was like, it's a really beautiful car. Like, I am so excited for him, and he got a super good deal on it. Much better than he was paying before for his Kia. He was driving like a Kia, like a really nice, a Kia Sorento or something. I don't know what it was, but it's like the top of the line. 2018 Kia SUV, but it had all the bells and whistles. But his Jeep Wrangler does too. It has heated seats, has an amazing radio system deal going on. It has everything, and like, it's an incredible, like, it has everything you can imagine that I have in here. But this ride is a little smoother. Like, I got in the car and I was like, oh, this is so cute. I miss this. He goes, because he was like, yeah, it feels like we're on vacation. Because, you know, we've run a Jeeps in the past and stuff. And I was like, it does. I would love to have one just for the summer. And now I guess I do, because we'll share it, you know. But to have it in the winter full time, in the cold and stuff, like, I don't know. I kind of just like, you know, I just like this a little bit more. It's kind of a smoother ride. I don't know, maybe I'm showing my age a little bit, but I feel like I made the right choice for me, and he made the right choice for him, and we can share back and forth, you know? So, we're gonna share it, but it's his car. Like, he's so excited about it. But he's like, you can drive it when you want. I'm like, okay. So now, you know, like, I think I'll be fine if I could get to drive a Jeep like 2 to 3 times a year. Other than that, I don't really need to do it. But I'm so excited for him. He has wanted this car for so long, and I was really worried because I really, you know, like, wanted us to be able to make this happen for him. But like, when he first went and looked, the numbers were kind of outrageous, honestly. It's an expensive car. Like, that's an expensive, real expensive car. And like, he's leasing it now for, I think, 3 years. But then there's like an option to buy, which there always is, but he got like a really good option to buy. So he's like, I think I might want to just make payments and buy it after that. And I said, I think that's fine, you know, like, that would be great, you know? And, so anyway, but I was worried because I really like wanted us to be able to do this for him, and he was so excited about it. And he's wanted this forever. And, like, at first, when he went and told me the numbers, I was kind of like, it's kind of steep, you know? And so, when he went to this other place, he called me, because I said, why don't you negotiate a little bit? Like, say, I'll go somewhere else. Tanya negotiates the hell out of these things. So he did, and they came back with a great deal. And, like, really great deal. Taxes and services and everything included. I'm like, I'm really happy for him. So, and his car insurance, that doesn't go up. It like actually goes down like $6 or something like that, he said. And yeah, so I'm really excited for him. It's gonna be fun for him to have that car, you know, like, especially in the summer right now. And I had gone to the grocery store, I'd gone to Meijer, and he was like trying to figure out stuff and hook up the remotes and all that kind of stuff. So he was doing that on the car, and then he went over and he took Sarah for a drive, and then he's gonna take his mom for a ride tomorrow night, I think. And he's super excited. So cute. It was fun. We were like driving around, and it was like, you know, reminded me of like when he and I were in Florida. You know, we had driven down there one night, or one trip, and we had like, you know, the windows down and every sunroof up. It was so nice, and it reminded me of that. He was blasting the music, and it was just really fun. And I'm so happy for him that it worked out, because he was going there today, and I was like, oh, I hope he gets some good news, you know? So anyway, my husband works his ass off. He deserves to have a car he likes. And yeah, so So that was that. And then at that point, I was like exhausted after he showed me his car and everything like that. So he was like trying to figure out how to take the top down and put it back up so he could do it like real easily. And then the remotes and stuff. So I said, well, I'm gonna go to the grocery store now. And he was gonna go over to Sarah's. And I said when I came back, we'd go for a ride. So I went to the grocery store and I got there. And I was actually talking to a friend of mine on the phone. And I was going over to get some Tums because I've had some bad antacid the last couple days. And this girl looks at me and she goes, Peter. And I didn't recognize her because half of her face, you know, is covered by this mask. And it was my friend that I went to elementary, junior high, high school, well, probably kindergarten, elementary, junior high, high school, college, undergraduate, and everything too, you know? And the last time I saw her, this is so funny, the last time I saw her was at the Meijer. And I just talked about this on here not too long ago. And, oh, she didn't buy me a fountain Coke at the end and stuff like that. Oh my God. We stood there and talked for an hour and 15 minutes. We had so much fun. We told so many old stories. It was so crazy. It was so much fun. I was like, do you remember this? Do you remember that? And we were talking, because like she and I were really good friends with our friend that passed away that took his life, and we were talking about him, and she was really close with him. And she was like, I think about him all the time. She was like, it breaks my heart. And we're talking about how funny he was, and we're talking about all these people. We're talking about we went to National Entertainer of the Year in Louisville, Kentucky in 1993. And so I would have just turned 21. We were there like that whole week. Okay, now my friend has she partied back in the day with me. And no, this is not Misty, because whenever I say these things, people always think I'm talking about Misty is completely different. But Misty was in this group of friends. Misty did friends with this friend. But anyway, my friend was wild back in the day, and she's not wild, but she drank a lot with me, you know, and so we went and saw National Entertainer of the Year, which is a drag pageant in Louisville, Kentucky, and the final night was at the Connection. Shayla Simpson won. It was my first national drag pageant I saw. It was fantastic. It was so packed, we stood in the same spot by the bar for 6 or 7 hours. And I was like, do you remember that? She's like, how do you remember that? And I said, oh my God, you were so pissed. And I said, we stood there for 6 or 7 hours. And I said, and you weren't drinking. And because she had to drive home, because she had to work the next day. So we had stayed up there, the rest of us could have stayed, but she was my ride back. And we had been up there for 4 days. We came out for the long weekend, because all the queens from all over the country were there. And we knew a lot of these people. And our friend lived in Louisville. He had just moved to Louisville, and he was friends with this Terry Vanessa Coleman. She's a Miss National and things now, but he was really good friends with her and helping her with the pageant. I think she came in first runner-up to National Entertainer that year, but first or second runner-up, I think first. And everybody was real excited for her because she was hometown. She was from Louisville, Kentucky, so they thought she was going to win. And so we were helping beat gowns and do all this kind of stuff, and we smoked so much pot. I looked at my friend tonight. Okay, she is, listen, oh my God, look at that, it's all out of focus. My friend is salt of the earth good person today, okay, very into going to church and all that kind of stuff. Just probably doesn't want to be reminded of all of her, like me, I'll talk about anything, right? I said, girl, do you remember how much pot we smoked that weekend? And she just looked at me and she's like, you remember everything, don't you? I said, I don't forget a damn thing, girl. She started laughing. We got talking. So we told all these old stories. We were laughing. So I said, you were so mad because you couldn't get high, because we'd have to leave and we would lose our spots that we were standing in, and you couldn't drink because you had to drive home. And she was like, I remember that. I was like, it was so funny. And I was telling her, I said, do you remember that one time that we went to go see oh shoot, the Blair Witch Project? We were in college at the time, I think, and she said, oh my God, I still hate that movie to this day. And I said, do you remember we were in there and it was like a Sunday night? I said, and we were like in these, when movie theaters had like 2 seats to the side, I don't know if you'll remember that, but anyway, we were like in these 2 seats to the side. The movie, like they kept on putting it off, starting it. I don't know why. They were packing as many people in this movie theater as they could. It was absolutely packed on like a Sunday night at like 10:30. And finally the lights start going down, but like a half an hour after the movie was supposed to start. And somebody, as the lights started going down, said, about time, some of us got school tomorrow. And my friend just like lost it completely. She was reminding me of all this stuff tonight. She was like, do you remember when you used to like, she's like, we would drive to school, and she was like, and so the way from like where we lived, or where my apartment was when we were in college, so where my apartment was, so she would come to my apartment and we would drive downtown, either my car or hers, and then we would come back to my apartment and she would drive home, depending on, like, you know, one day I would drive, she would drive the other day. So anyway, so she said, you go past the fairgrounds and then it's like the White River on the left side and houses on the right side. And she said, do you remember the mangly dogs? I said, how do you remember that? I had totally forgotten about it until she brought it up. And she said, we would be driving down, she goes, we would be driving downtown, and she said, Peter, it would be like, you know, we'd have a 9 o'clock class on a January morning, and she said, and we would be freezing each other out because we both smoked at the time, and so we would have the window like this, holding a cigarette up, like drinking a cup of coffee over here. I was probably hungover the whole time, and I'd be like this, and she said, you'd be like this up in the window, trying to keep all the heat in the car, and she said, you'd be like, we would drive downtown and then we would see all these sad dogs that were just walking along the road. They didn't have collars on or anything, and I just felt so bad for them. They looked like they hadn't had any, like they hadn't been washed in weeks and things like that. And they were just out and it was cold, and I just wondered where they were getting food and things like that. And she said, do you remember, because I just remember, she said, you would just drive down, and she goes, you would have tears in your eyes, just so hungover, and she goes, you just look like that. She goes, you go, all these mangly dogs. I do still love dogs, and it makes me so sad. But anyway, so we had a good time talking. It was fun. We had a really good time. And we said when everything gets done and safe and back to normal, because she's taking care of her mom and her brother, and then she's got a daughter that's, you know, junior high and stuff. So she said, when things get back to normal, like some of our friends' kids just graduated from high school, okay? That's when you know you feel old. So I said, we're getting so old. I said it about 3 times because, of course, Jessica Lange says it in Crimes of the Heart, and I just love how she says it at the beginning of the movie. So I said, we're getting so old. Oh my God, she reminded me of this movie. So this one time, this is such a bad story. So this one weekend, I was like, my dad was out of town. I wasn't house sitting, I was just staying there. But I guess I was house sitting because it was after I had my own apartment. And it was in the summer. And I never really had, I had like one kind of party at my dad's house, but it was like still like less than 10 people, but it got out of control and stuff was stolen. And after that, they just kind of were done. But this was after that, and like I house sat and dog sat for them when they went out of town. And so she came and stayed one weekend with me. We were probably, well, it would have been before I got sober. So I was probably 21 at the time. And she and I were notoriously bad for rolling joints. This was way before the blunts, boys and girls. We were notoriously bad for rolling joints. Later I could, but at this point I couldn't. And we had this friend of ours that was gonna come over, and he was like, if we were in our early 20s, he was probably in his late 20s, and we had met him because she was like in a choir with him, and he did a lot of like theatrical stuff in Indianapolis. He's a really cool guy. And so anyway, he was gonna come out there and we were gonna watch movies and stuff, and we were obsessed with this movie, Daddy's Dying, Who's Got the Will? And it was like with Beverly D'Angelo. I totally forgot about this movie until tonight, you guys. And it is such a great movie. It's about this whole family that goes home, and they're all fighting over their dad's will. And if you've never seen it, it's a really good movie. So anyway, we had bought all this food because we were gonna get high and just eat our emotions away. I think I'd gone through a breakup or something, and we were just gonna get high, and our friend was coming over basically just to roll joints for us because we didn't know how to roll joints. And I hated smoking from a bowl. I mean, I would do it, or a one-hitter, but I hated it. So anyway, I sometimes forget how much pot I really smoked. I smoked a lot of pot back in the day. I told her that tonight. Like, they talk about legalizing, but she doesn't do anything. She doesn't drink, she doesn't smoke, she doesn't do anything today. She's pure. And so anyway, I said, do you remember that cake that we got? She goes, how did you remember that? She's like, I was just thinking that. We had got this cake, and we were so excited about it. And it was like, and it had sat there for like literally just a day. But this was like in the heat of summer. And we literally freaked out. So we had got this cake, and it was like some kind of sponge cake or something. And it had like this frosting on it. I mean, we looked at this cake for like an entire 24 hours. We were so ready to bite into this cake. It was like all this frosting and, you know, birthday confetti and stuff on it. We bought this cake because we thought we were gonna get real high and eat this cake and all this other food, right? Pizza rolls and everything. So we got really high, and then we go to get this cake, and she took the lid off this cake. Like, this was like a store-bought cake, right? And like right as we were like getting our forks out, all of these ants came out in the middle of this cake, and we're like, it was like poltergeist. We're like, ah! We're like freaking out over these ants. See, it's a good thing I don't do any of that stuff today. It's a good thing that I am clean and sober today. But see, I couldn't do it anyway. Like, this is why. Like, people don't understand this. They're like, you can't have a beer, or you couldn't take a hint off a joint. No, because one is too many and 1,000 is never enough. And it's going to lead right back to that anyway. I mean, even if it doesn't start right away real heavy, it'll get back there really quick. It'll get there really quick. And then my life's destroyed. And you know what? I have a really great life. And I don't need that. I don't need substances in my life today. I just don't. I feel so blessed to have a life of recovery. That coffee lip balm, oh, killing me. I hate that stuff. Anyway, oh, here it is. This is what I was looking for, the lip plumper. I feel so incredibly, you know, I said to her, I said, I don't even know how we're here today. She said, I know. She's like, Peter, I think about that all the time. She's like, I feel so blessed for my life. I said, oh my God. We were talking about a lot of, like, we have so many friends in common that, like, didn't, I said, I don't know how we made it out. She said, we know so many people. I said, we know so many people that never made it out. It breaks my heart. I can't even begin to tell you how many friends I've lost. You know? People I dated. People that I rode around with in cars and laughed and had great times with. People I cried with, you know. I've lost so many people of my youth. So anyway, we stood there and talked for like an hour and 15 minutes. And then I came home, and Alex was finishing up with Sarah, taking her on a ride. So he came home, and then we went on a ride, and it was really fun. We had a great time. So now that I've talked about 40 minutes, getting to the point that I don't really want to talk about, I have to share something with you guys. So, I had accumulated, I don't even, to be honest with you guys, I don't even know how many, because showed the camera. I had all of my P.O. box packages in the kitchen lined up. I went through each and every single one of them, one by one, opened them. I opened the majority of them on camera, because I hadn't opened them. Opened them. Read cards from people. I didn't read all of the letters because That guy is signaling to me 5-0. Well, then why are you racing by me? Doesn't 5-0 mean police? He's like racing past me, and the guy at the window is like doing this. Anyway. I don't see any police. I don't know what he's talking about. I don't like that. Anyway, so I had everything from the post office. Okay, long story short, I recorded 40 to 45 minutes of me opening all this stuff, you guys, reading the letters. I had it all opened. I was taking boxes. As I went, I was tearing the boxes to make them so they could all fit in the trash. If there were notes in like the Amazon things or like the Hallmark things or whatever to say like who it's from, like those went in the trash too. The only things I saved were like 3 letters that I got. So, long story short, I opened all of this stuff on camera, and then I put the camera in the kitchen, right? Well, at that time, I didn't think any more drama was gonna pop off, okay? Because I got on Twitter, this was like the second video that I was talking about, because I'd filmed that after I got everything else done, and this was the last thing I did, was I did this vlog PO unboxing, because I thought that would be it. So I always just leave that memory card in there, and I had it, you know, with my camera sitting up and my batteries charging in the kitchen. And I thought, well, you know, like the camera just then, I'll just pick it up and come out to my car and I'll finish my vlog. Well, I went outside, and that was when I started getting all these text messages about something to do with Jeffree Star. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna make this video. And I went and I grabbed my camera, and I put it, and I set up my, you know, ring light and everything. And where am I at on time? Okay, I've got like a minute and a half. So, I think, yeah, a minute and 15 seconds now. But anyway, so I set it all up, and I did not even think, just sat down to make my video, and reached over and hit record. And literally, like in the first probably 10 seconds of me going, hey you guys, it's Peter, and I stopped. And I was like, my vlog was on that video, was on that memory card. And the thing is that it's hard, but you can get it back if you don't record a video over it. That means you overwrite the memory card. So I can't get it back. I feel really horrible because people were so nice to send me so many things. And in all honesty, even though I just opened it 8 hours ago, I don't even know who some of the people are that sent me the things, okay? So, if you sent me something, this is what I'm gonna request. If you sent me something, please put it in the comment section below. I'm gonna tell you some of the things that I remember receiving today. And I do remember some people, the things they got me. Okay, the one thing though, I was saving this to open with Alex. The one thing that we did not open, because, okay, it stopped. There was one thing I did not open because well, it's kind of like 3 things, but I do know who it is, and Alex is part of this as well. So I had saved it at the end of the vlog to open it with Alex when he came home. So it's like the one thing I haven't opened, and it's a picture of me with Pee-Pee, and then it's a hat for me and a shirt for Alex. But I wanted to open it on camera with Alex because it's for both of us. That's the only thing I didn't open, because I said at the end, like, I'm saving this until Alex gets home. So, I don't know, everybody, like, I feel so bad, you guys. I feel like just, anyway. I want you guys to know how much I appreciate it. And it really, truly was. It was totally a mistake. Trust me, you know, as soon as I was done with it, I was like, I wanted to show everything. I know people really like to see the PO unboxings, you know? And it meant so much to me that people sent me such nice things. One of the things I received was this. And I think this is from Jason, but I'm not positive. And it is a picture, it's like those cups that I love. But do you see? It's like the exact cups that I like. And it has a picture of pee-pee on it. And the picture of the pee-pee is, the picture of pee-pee is on the inside as well. Isn't that fantastic? And so thank you so much. I think this is from Jason. It started with a J and the last name was an S. I do know the last name. Okay, I received a confetti cup. I don't know who sent it. I received one color changing cup, and it was from an Etsy shop, and there was no card inside of that. So I don't know if that's from the person that has the Etsy shop, but my name is on the cup, and the name of the Etsy shop was Mimi something. And so if it's from you, Mimi, and you, and these are yours, thank you so much. It's a red cup, and it turns like a dark red. I used it tonight. I will show it though in another video, because then somebody sent me an entire set of the color changing cups. I think I can find out who sent me those. Well, a couple people are sending them, but I think I can find out who sent it to me. I feel like it's an A name, like Anastasia or something like that. I think I can find out because it was on the name of the box, and I know which box she sent, because it was kind of it was a different box, and it's like just, the box is like, you know, pulled apart so it'll be flat, so I think I can find that one out. This also comes with a lid, by the way, which is fantastic. Then Michael sent me some really amazing magnets. I can show you guys these still. I still have them out because I want to put them in the refrigerator. They were like two that have like a fan, like a flip fan that says, I think, Peter Monn on it. And then the other fan, it says Beast or Peter Monn, and then the other fan says like fan something on it. And then there's like an icon hat, and he sent a very, very nice letter too. Okay, that was on one. Okay, there was a Dad AF album magnet. These magnets are fantastic, you guys. I'll show them still to you. And then I received like 5 books, you guys. Okay, one book is like a picture book, and I can show all the books. I'm actually gonna do a book haul with the books I received. The one book I've had for a while. The other book was somebody that watches my channels, and, well, I can show the books, so I can show that. Joyce sent a copy of her husband's book. Then I received a book from Hallmark and 2 chapsticks. There was something else that came from Hallmark too, and now I can't remember what it was. And neither of the Hallmark things had notes in them, so I don't know who they're from. And then the first thing I opened was a chapstick noodle for the pool, like a big one, which is really cute. Oh, Molly, oh God, I can't believe I remembered it. Molly sent me all of this food, and this was a really cute part of the video too, if I do say so myself. Molly sent me all these Australian foods to try, and she sent me 2 different flavors of Tim Tams, and I was talking about how in the show Wentworth, which takes place in Australia, and she sent this before the coronavirus, because she said in there that she was trying to get it out before they were, well, not before that, but she was like trying to get it out before they were on quarantine, the note said. And I saved all that because I'm going to review it on my review channel. But she sent Tim Tams, and Tim Tams are like this cookie in Australia, I guess. And when I was watching Wentworth, there's a scene when the new psychiatrist comes in and he's talking to Vera, like they're in like the lounge area, and he's talking to Vera, who's the warden, and she's had like a really rough day, and he like holds up the container and he's like, I have Tim Tams. And so I was telling that story when I opened the thing, but there's like a candy bar, Tim Tams, and 2 things of crackers. So I'm gonna try those on my review channel. I'm trying to think of what else there was. I got 4 packages today alone. I got the color changing cup that's red. I got the confetti cup. Darn it, I don't know who sent me the confetti cup. I feel bad. I don't know that there's a way for me to find out. So if you send me the confetti cup, will you put it in the comment section below? And then somebody sent me the 4-pack of the color changing cups. And what was I feel like the 4th thing was a book. I received like 5 books. There was like 5 books that I got. Oh, and I got a stuffed animal from Hallmark too. A stuffed animal. And that didn't have a note. None of the Hallmark stuff had notes in it. So anyway, if you guys gave me anything, please put it in the comment section below. If none of that stuff sounds like, if you sent me something and I have not mentioned it or shown it, and I didn't just mention it now because I think I did cover everything. If I didn't mention it and I have never mentioned it before, other than personal letters, because I don't, like, those are for me and I just, you know, keep those between me. I don't show those on vlogs and stuff like that. Will you, oh, wait a second. Who sent me the emails? Was that Molly? That then had the links to the things. There was like, what was that? I feel like that might have been Molly. Yeah, because it was all folded together on the card. But anyway, if I didn't mention something that you sent me, please put it in the comment section below and say, because I have everything that I've received now as of today. Say in the comment section, like, yes, I sent you this, or I sent you that, and I'm really sorry, you guys. Please accept my apologies. I made a mistake, and that's all it was, and I feel like an ass. It truly, truly was a mistake. Obviously, I would love to show that, you know. So could you, please put in the comment section below what you sent, and then, and it was so fun too, showing all the stuff, like, I don't know, it just was really fun to show that. But anyway, I hadn't done it in a while, you know. And like I said this at the beginning of when I did that part of the video, but like, don't ever feel like you have to send me something. But I do want to say, the reason why I do show it in the video is because it means so much to me that you guys take time out of your, whether it's a letter, whether it's a postcard, no matter what it is, you know, that you take time out to contact me or to pick something special out because you think I'll like it or I'll, you know, whatever, and do that. And it's so very nice, and I really appreciate it. And that's why I show it, that stuff in those videos. But people have also told me that those are some of their favorite videos. So, but so thank you to everybody that sent me something. Now, if you sent me something and I haven't mentioned it or even hinted about it in here, will you let me know? Because maybe I didn't receive it, and I just want to make sure that, you know, it didn't get lost in the mail or something like that. I feel like there's like one big thing like I'm forgetting. But I don't think so. Anyway, so, like, what time did I start vlogging tonight? How long have I been vlogging for? So that's the disappointing part of today. But, you know, mistakes happen, so. But I'll be smart next time, trust me, when I'm vlogging throughout the day. Well, I used to keep different memory cards when I would try to, like, vlog throughout the day and stuff. And then I kind of just forgot that, you know. But I will do that in the future so it doesn't happen again. So anyway, it has been a very, very long day. And I am tired. And I still have to run to take my rent to my office, so I'm gonna go do that. I was actually wanting to review the crazy bread from Caesar's Palace, from Caesar's Pizza, and I was like, do we even have Caesar's Pizza in Indianapolis? And there was one right over there. So anyway, I'm gonna get off here now. That was just kind of like a press conference today of like, my mom, she would call, like, when she went to her, because my mom, like, believed, like, heavily in therapy and counseling, as I think you guys all know by now. And so she would call it a press conference when she had sessions where she just went in and basically said everything that she just did for the last week. She'd say that they were just press conferences. I just gave an update of everything. She was like, I didn't feel like I got anything out of it. It was pointless. It was just a press conference. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed my little press conference today where I just filled you guys in on what I did today. I got so much accomplished today. Watered the plants, cleaned the kitchen. I did clean the kitchen. I went through all this, like, old mail that I had stacked up. Not like YouTube mail, but like just personal mail that I had, like, you know, I have mail that's like immediate that I need to deal with, and then like mail that, you know, do you have that kind of mail? Like I went through all of that mail today, and figured out like what I have to like, you know, take care of and all this kind of, it wasn't like a lot, obviously, but, so anyway, oh, I did show this actually in, I got a really nice postcard from my gym. They were so nice, and, about reopening and stuff, but it wasn't just like that. It was like a really it was like a very personal, like they wrote it out. It was like a really, and it wasn't just like, we love having you as a client. It was like really nice. And of course I threw it in the trash afterwards. So anyway, all right, listen, I'm gonna get off here now. If you guys made it this far in the vlog, thank you guys so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it. If you liked this video and you feel so inclined, please give me a big thumbs up. It would mean the world to me. It does help to have the likes on the video, and it makes me feel good, so I appreciate it. Also, please make sure that you're still subscribed to my channel, and to any and all of my channels if you watch them. And let's see what else. And if you would like, please leave a comment, but you don't have to. And if you want to just leave a comment, but you don't feel comfortable to say anything else, just a blue heart for the wolf pack. Just leave a blue heart if you want to. Or anybody can leave a blue heart in addition to a comment. So anyway, all right, I'm getting through this outro quick tonight. So, I hope you guys are having an amazing, what is tomorrow? An amazing, I can't believe it's Tuesday already. It feels like it was just Friday. I hope you guys are having an amazing Tuesday, unless you have other plans. But like I always say, don't have other plans. Make the most of your day. Do something fun today. Do something exciting. Do something, I don't know, like start a new book, start a new movie, start a new craft, have a food that you haven't had in a while. But also do something that will make yourself proud when you look back on it tomorrow or the next day or 10 years from now or a year from now, 10 years from now, 20 years from now, 50 years from now, 60 years from now, 69 years from now, 80 years from now, 88 years from now, 100 years from now. And somebody actually asked me in my vlog last night about that and said, what is something that you have done that made yourself proud when you looked back on it? And without a shadow of a doubt, I can say the number one thing that I did was putting one foot in front of the other and getting sober one step at a time. And it's the thing I am the most proudest of, because if I didn't have my sobriety, I wouldn't have anything else in my life today. So when I look back, there are a lot of things I'm proud of myself for, like forcing myself to apply to grad school, forcing myself to go to classes even though I thought I was stupid and I wasn't going to pass them, getting sober, you know, repairing relationships with my family members, even though at times I didn't care and at times I didn't want to do the work, you know. There's so many things I have done in my life that I look back on and I'm proud of. And there's so many things in my life that I look back on that I still need to learn from and that I have learned from, you know. But given the choice, each and every single day, we can make one choice. And sometimes the small ones down the road are things that lead to big moments for us. You know, what a small step today, you know, is something that down the road might lead to, you know, what's the saying? I don't know the quote about it takes so many steps to get a mile or whatever, but it's like the same idea, you know, just do something today. And so yeah, and if nobody else has told you this today, I love you. Make sure that you look at yourself in the mirror every single day and you say, I love you, and at least one positive affirmation like, you are valuable. Say the same thing when you get up in the morning. Say, I love you and you are valuable. And however many affirmations you need to say. Before you go to bed at night, look in the mirror or say to yourself, tomorrow is going to be an amazing day. I'm going to be happy, joyous, and free all day tomorrow. I'm going to laugh. I'm going to sing. I'm going to be passionate about things in my life. And I'm going to have great opportunities come my way. And I'm going to have positive experiences all day tomorrow. And if I need to start my day over, I can do that, be happy, joyous, and free all day long. But if I need to start my day over, I can do that whenever I want. I started my day over many times today. And I don't really have to do that very often in my life. I honestly don't. But today was like, okay, breathe, let's start over, better attitude. You know, because I was wanting to was just wanting to be mad today, I think. You know, sometimes I just have those days, but I don't really want to be mad because I'm trading a day of my life for that. So, and then when you get up tomorrow, look in the mirror or just say out loud, you know, today is going to be an amazing day. I'm going to be happy, joyous, and free all day today. And I'm going to laugh and sing and dance and be passionate about all kinds of things and do things that I love today. And if I have to work, I'm going to work with joy and a smile on my face and be kind to others. And, yeah, and I'm going to have great opportunities come my way, and I'm going to have positive experiences all day today. And if my day gets off track, well, I can start my day over whenever I want. And most importantly, make sure that you reach out to somebody and just let them know somebody who love somebody. Anyway, just make sure that you reach out to somebody, anybody, okay? It could, you know, just call your mom. Just call your mom. For real. You've been putting it off for a week now, okay? PP says call your mom. I miss him so much. Isn't that so sweet? Look at that. I love you, Pee-Pee. Call somebody and just let them know how much they mean to you. Just say, hey, listen, I was thinking of you today. I hope you're doing well. This Diet Pepsi tastes kind of flat, honestly. Anybody, just a friend or whatever, just text them and say, hey, what's up? And anybody, it can be anybody, it can be 5 people, it can be 2 people, it can be 300 if you want, but just 1 is enough. And also practice random acts of kindness, but like I always say, don't tell anyone, just do it because it's the right thing to do, just do it because you want to put positivity and love and compassion out there in the world, and because you're a good person. You're a good person. And if you don't feel like you're a good person, it'll even help you more. By doing kind, good acts will make you feel better about yourself. So, see, you do benefit from it. But it also makes the world a more positive, kinder, loving, compassionate place to live. So, let's all put more positivity out there in the world. And I think that's it. So, I love you guys. Live with love, lead with love, learn with love. And that's it. I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Love ya. I hadn't done an additional good night and I love you and I'll see you tomorrow for a while, so I just wanted to do it. So, I love you. I love you one more time, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Love ya. Love ya. Love ya.